From Lenexa to Lee's Summit, it's Mundo in the Morning. Now on FM at 95.7 and 710 AM KCMO.
Well, we are just a couple of weeks removed from being up in Prairie Village for our last Back the Blue tour. We'll be doing those again come the new year, so we'll have an announcement on our next tour stop, probably early in 2024. But we got a chance to meet the folks at the Prairie Village Police Department. A lot of great people, and the chief is Byron Roberson, and he's joining us on KCMO because it is now official. He is running for sheriff in Johnson County. So, Chief, good morning. Thank you for being here. We always appreciate the time. And why are you running for sheriff of Johnson County?
Well, I am running for sheriff of Johnson County because I love this county. This county has supported me for 30 years as a police officer and as a chief of police. And I still want to continue my career. And it's time for me to allow someone in my department to grow and become the next chief. I think I've done a good job there, and it's time to move somewhere else that needs my assistance. And Johnson County Sheriff's Office is that place.
What is it about the way the Sheriff's Department has been run that made you say, hey, now's my time to get into a race like this?
Well, I have, of course, been in this business for a long time. I've made a lot of good friends over the years, and a lot of them have been at the sheriff's office. And I know that they are not satisfied with the way that leadership has turned out at the sheriff's office. So there are many reasons why I'm going to run, but the main reason is that they need great leadership because it is a great organization. And I intend on bringing that great leadership back to them.
Now, a lot of people are going to say, okay, you're running for sheriff in Johnson County, and you are running as a Democrat in the county. And, listen, when it comes to law enforcement, Democratic Party, I'm not painting a broad brush, but there have certainly been elements of the party that have been very much against law enforcement and against the police. So how do you square that? How should people perceive that as you start this campaign?
Well, that's a good question, Pete. So the only part of the, politics that I plan on doing is the part about running for sheriff. After this election is over, my politics will be done. I will put them in a box for 4 years until the next time it's time to run. The law enforcement in this country should not have anything to do with politics. I get it that that's part of it for election of a sheriff, but that should not be what the main purpose of the sheriff's job is to do, is to be a politician.
Mm-hmm. And when it comes to policies, we know that, like you say, you want to leave the politics out of it. I think that is genuine and the right way to go about it. But unfortunately, everything's got some politics in it. So when it comes to policy, if it's, some people might perceive soft on crime, soft on criminals, is that anything that you perceive to be part of your platform as Johnson County Sheriff?
Absolutely not. I believe that, law enforcement and enforcement of the laws that are passed by our governing bodies should be held to that standard. And our job is to enforce the law equally and across the board. And that has been my life career here in Prairie Village. I think we have enforced the law very fairly, and we put bad guys in jail. That's what I like doing. I like putting bad guys in jail. That's where they're supposed to be, so that the good people out here in the community don't have to deal with that.
As you've gone through your time at Prairie Village, we talked to you a few weeks ago, but for some of those success stories that maybe people don't know about, what are the things happening in Prairie Village, the things that you've implemented during your time there that people aren't as aware of that help lead you to believe you're ready for this next step?
We've done many, many good things. We try to focus on those on our social media platforms and all of our media platforms. Just some of the things that we've done. We've implemented a co-responder program in the last couple of years that embeds mental health professionals from Johnson County Mental Health with our officers so that they can answer calls for service and have a professional there with them so that they can, give a full service to a lot of our mental health calls that we're having, a tremendous amount of those, as well as a lot of programs that we've done using technology. We just obtained a $680,000 grant to outfit our entire city with LPRs and traffic cameras so that we can better solve crime and hopefully maybe even deter crime. That's what the main purpose of those cameras are. As well as, we've brought a lot of diversity to our police department in our hiring. We've been very aggressive in going out and getting the best of the best police officers out there to serve our community.
Mm-hmm. Byron Roberson is the Prairie Village Police Chief. He is running for sheriff in Johnson County. He's on KCMO Talk Radio. So when you look at the growth as well in Johnson County, the growth is good economically, but also creates issues that maybe didn't exist in the county as recently as a few years ago. We know that fentanyl also is a problem, not just in the county, but around the country. Are there plans for that? I know this is maybe a little more minutia right now, but I know fentanyl has been big in law enforcement for a while now. So what does that look like at the county level, and how do you combat that, Chief?
Well, I think all police departments right now know that is becoming one of our number one problems as far as abuse and the sale of fentanyl. That is and should be a main priority for any drug enforcement that is going on in any city as well as the county. I know the county does try to combat that, just like the rest of the cities in Johnson County do as well, because we know that it is an issue. We've got to educate our kids better in our school systems in Shawnee Mission, Blue Valley, Olathe, and et cetera. We got to educate them better on the consequences of experimenting with that. Kids are going to experiment with things, but if they experiment with this particular thing, they could end up dead. So we got to make sure that that's a strong effort that we do, and the county would be a great place to start that because they are the largest law enforcement agency in Johnson County, and they should be taking the forefront on making sure that this initiative is really coordinated amongst all of the police departments.
Well, Chief, I know you're just getting started. You are now in the arena, though, of course, and we will be conversing here in the months ahead. We appreciate the time, and we'll be talking to you soon. Have a great day.
Thanks, Pete. You too.
All right. That is the Prairie Village Police Chief, Byron Roberson. He is running for Johnson County Sheriff. He is running as, yes, a Democrat, but that's because I think in part in Johnson County you got to pick one party over the other if you run in the race like that. It's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. Listen, I've talked to the guy. We just did talk to him. We talked to him a few weeks ago. This is not somebody that I perceive to be soft on crime, against law and order, anything like that. I don't believe that's who he is. But listen, it's going to be a very interesting race. Heck, it might be a lot more interesting than the 3rd District race because I'm not sure what's going to be happening there. But this one's going to be one to follow. And it will play a role in what the future of the county ends up looking like. There's no doubt about that. So we'll keep tabs on it.